and welcome to the installation video for our Polaris RZR tree kickers. These tree kickers are a direct fit for the 2014 and up 2-seater 900S, 1000S, XP1000, XP Turbo, and Turbo S models. Before we get started, let's go over our hardware and tools. For this installation, you'll be supplied with 4 plastic pipe caps, 4 1/2-inch L-bolts, 4 1/2-inch nylock nuts, and 4 1/2-inch washers. The tools you'll need for assembly are a drill with a 5/16 metal bit, a rubber mallet, a 3/4 inch socket, and a T40 screwdriver. Once you have everything laid out as shown, let's begin. First things first, grab your plastic pipe caps and rubber mallet. As you can see, pushing these in by hand is very difficult, so we recommend pushing them into an open end of the tree kicker until it passes the first ring on the pipe cap. Then quickly grab your rubber mallet and gently tap the cap in until it is flush. Repeat this on all open pipe ends. Once the caps are installed, grab your T40 screwdriver and remove the 2 torque screws shown here on the bottom side of the machine. Be sure to save these, since they will be reused later in the assembly process. Next, get your drill and 5/16 metal bit. We're now going to drill out the threads where the torque screws were originally seated. Be sure to do this evenly and slowly. Once the holes are drilled, give them a strong blast of air to remove any metal shavings from the work area. After the threads have been bored out, grab the 1/2-inch L-bolts included with the kit. Put the long side into the larger hole and rotate it so the small hole on the L-bolt is in line with the hole you just drilled out. Once aligned, thread the T40 screw from earlier into the L-bolt. Do this for both holes, but don't tighten either screw completely. Now that the L-bolts are installed, remove the 3rd and last T40 screw just above and to the right of the others and set it aside. Next, gather your 1/2-inch hardware and the tree kicker for the side you're working on. Align the 2 smaller holes on the bottom of the tree kicker with the L-bolts you've just installed. Push the tree kicker onto these bolts and install a washer and nylock nut on each bolt, but don't tighten them completely just yet. Grab the T40 screw you've just removed, and after pushing the tree kicker's top flange into place, thread the screw through the slotted hole and into the threads it originally came from. Once threaded, this screw can be tightened completely. Then we'll move on to the last step of installation. Completely tighten the two T40 screws on the L bolts, then tighten the 1/2 inch nuts next to them. Once everything is tightened completely, all that's left is to repeat the process on the other side of the vehicle. While we watch, let's review the steps quickly. First, remove the bottom T40 screws. Then drill out those threads with the 5/16 metal bit and give them a blast of air to remove the shavings. Insert the L bolts and thread the T40 screws into them, but don't tighten them completely. Remove the third T40 screw. Now, mount the tree kicker on the L bolts, then install the 1/2 inch washers and nuts on them, but again, don't tighten them completely. Push the end of the tree kicker into place and thread the last T40 screw through the slotted hole and tighten it completely. Continue on to the bottom two T40s and tighten them completely as well. Lastly, tighten the 1/2 inch nuts on the L bolts and the installation is finished. If you have any questions about installation, product offerings, and more, feel free to call us or email us using the contact information in the description. Thank you for choosing L&W Fab.